Hello, my name is Pink Dog, and this is another Minecraft video. Yeah, I sort of quit the first world, but I decided, you know what, this is a video response to MunchGamer's sort of entry giveaway thingamabob. And yes, I did say goodbye to this first world, but he asked to see sort of your greatest creations, and honestly, this is the only world where I've created things. I did create stuff on multiplayer servers, but all of those are dead. Like, every server I've been on died because I usually pick smaller servers that are sort of just run like for fun by like the owner, and then they sort of just die out because it sort of lags out their computer or something to that nature, which is always bad. So this is sort of my first world. I've done tours of this, so I'm not going to bore my subscribers with another tour, but I'll go over some main stuff. I'm going to use the fly mod a little bit just to help me. So I did do sort of a flyover of the world, but this is my spawn. Right here, Notch sort of annoyed me by fixing the infinite burning wood. That was infinite burning wood. This is my first world. I've never been to the Nether in it. And there are basically no biomes. This was made before biomes were integrated, so that sort of gives an image of how old this world actually is. It's been around so long, there aren't biomes. There was still infinitely spawning wood. When I found my first biome, I was like amazed that I actually found one because I had explored a lot. So this is my farm. Pretty simple, nothing that fancy. This is my tree farm, also pretty simple. This is my mine, which I was actually, oh no, I finished this. So this is a, well, this is the actual mine, which I kept expanding more and more. But this is actually something pretty cool. I'm going to go out of fly mod for this. This is a water ladder, which is actually probably the coolest thing you can make for a mine. I love these. I watched a lot of tutorials on how to make them. I might make my own, but they're just extremely useful. So back to fly mod. This is a platform, which, funny story behind this, when the Halloween update was coming out, nobody knew what it was going to do. And I thought, well, I read a thread that said you gotta prepare for anything. There could be like giant mobs that will destroy all your blocks. So his advice was either to make like a secret room underground or to make something in the sky. So this was going to be that, but then I didn't finish it, and the Halloween update came out and it wasn't anything that bad. This is my tunnel to the mainland because I built on an island because this sort of shows how much of a noob I was when I first started Minecraft. I didn't think that mobs could fly, so I sort of built this on an island thinking, or swim, I mean, not fly. Mobs can't fly. But I didn't think they could swim, so I built on an island thinking I'd be safe. This is my lava tower. It's basically just a giant tower with a stairwell. I put lava on top. That was the first bucket of lava I ever had, which I used on that because I thought it increased visibility. It doesn't do that much. So let's go down. We can go to my room. Or this is sort of my secondary room. Well, I guess you could say this is my main room. There's a little room up there. There's not really anything in there, just a few things. This was my safe room, which I'm actually going to use fly mod for this so that I can get through faster. But yeah, so this is sort of the safe room I made. It's got water there. I added that actually after, but this was sort of the safe room. I added the bed after too with the bed update. But yeah, it's just, it was more white without like the update and stuff. I don't know. Since I'm running on a Mac, sort of everything is darker. Was darker on the Mac for some reason. Like, you couldn't even see in dark caves, which I'll get into a story about that. But there's actually a mine up there, and there was this giant hole in my ceiling. And because I'm on a Mac, and because everything was extremely dark, I had no idea that there was just this gaping hole in the ceiling of my bedroom. So this is my bedroom. It used to have a big wool bed. That was before beds were added. Now there are actually beds. You can only sleep at night though. This is the sort of entrance to the mainland. Boom. I surrounded it by this wall so mobs wouldn't get in. I guess the sort of player I am, if I were to describe myself, I'm a very safe, I guess. I like being safe. So I literally try to avoid getting involved with mobs as much as possible. I did fight some while I was using fly mod, and I wouldn't use a mod to like help me in this because I like the fact that this world, everything I've built, I actually had to mine or find myself. So this is just the path from my home. That's a mob trap. Never really worked out because I never got mobs to fall into it, but they basically fall in and I could just kill them in there. Let's get out of here. Okay. So yeah, so I did sort of a flyover for my final video, sort of saying goodbye to this world. So yeah, this is goodbye. I'm not going to really play on this world. I'm going to keep it because it is my first world, but honestly, without biomes, without squids, without any of the stuff that came in the updates, like this world is basically not really worth it. Like, sure, it's like a great world, but I'm not getting anything. I don't get any squids. It's like literally the simplest Minecraft you could be playing. This is my above ground tree farm. This is my home. I'll do a flyover with F1 because I think it looks nicer. But yeah, so this is my first actual like legitimate home. I made a bigger home on a server. I have a video of that on my channel. But this is my home in single player. I use sort of this design. I really like it, having like the fence. I don't know, just something about it is appealing. That's my bed, which actually has a bed where like the pillow would be. I don't know why I did that. I guess I was sort of lazy. But that does follow one of my new my bed designs that I like to follow, which is 1 second, let me sink down here. I'll just unfly mod. But it does follow one of my models I use for a lot of my bedrooms, which is half block as the bottom starts going. There's really nothing here. But using half blocks as the floor sort of gives a nice look. That was before beds exist. Now beds sort of counteract the effect of that. But I do like the half blocks because the chest looks smaller. I just have a bunch of books. Those are bookshelves. Sometimes I will put crafting benches or something. Because a cool trick is you can throw a torch against like glass or some item, some block that can't take. Sorry, on F1. Some block that can't take the torch, and it'll flap or sort of fly down onto whatever item you have there. So, for example, a crafting bench. Crafting benches look really weird. So yeah, this is sort of my house. It's pretty fancy. It's got my sort of favorite little look, which is to put pressure pads on the inside so you can walk out safely, and when you walk in, the door closes behind you. I don't like it on the outside because mobs can open it. This is my bookcase. Pretty simple. There's actually, I believe, books behind there. This lever's sort of unnecessary, but this is my tree. It's actually fake. I actually drew a tree from up there and then just added wood blocks, but it looks really cool. That's basically all it is to sort of have a tree room. This is my little backyard, which is completely safe from mobs. It is on peaceful now, but mobs never spawn here. They never really spawn around here either. But yeah, you got these sort of seats and like a street light effect. You got these seats looking out at the ocean and the sunrise. And then you got this boat, which I also made. It does have a chest in it. I don't think I have anything in there. But yeah, let me show you how I'd get on that. Shift. So yeah, you just climb there. I thought I had it so you had to jump. I guess I got rid of that. But yeah, this boat, I like having this boat with the glass bottom. I think it looks nice. The torch to light it up, and the torch is on top. So yeah, you got a lot of friendly mobs spawning in here. I did put a little farm out there. I thought it looked nicer. These are all reeds, which I actually stacked 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I did stack all of these 4 blocks high to sort of be higher and sort of give like an air of like privacy here. And it sort of looks really nice. I'm trying to make sure this video isn't long. Okay, so I'm pretty good right now. I just checked the time I have recorded, so this isn't too long. Those are like sort of a storage area. I'm just showing general stuff. I have done a tour of all of this on my channel. That's a reed farm. There should be trees there. Oh, I recently got another music disc, but I used the mod for that, so I might get rid of that. That's an empty room I never really did anything with. But that's sort of everything I've built. I've done a lot of stuff on this map. And it's sort of, it was nice. Stuff still spawns in here. Oh yeah, that's on my fishing pond inside my house. I never really used that much, but yeah. So, this is basically my first world. I wanted to sort of show what I've made in Minecraft. Sort of my only single player creation, and the only creation I've made that still exists. So I'm going to sort of suspend myself here. But yeah, this is sort of the only thing I still have, because all my survival multiplayer servers sort of disappeared. I do have one that I go on occasionally, but not as much. So this is sort of my application to be on MunchGamer's server, because I think it'd be a lot of fun. I do have a lot of experience with servers, so it's not like I'm some complete noob who's never been on a server before. And so I know what I'm doing. I've been on many servers. I've been admin on several. I've been, I guess, trusted. On the other one would be the term they had, but I was on that from like the beginning. And I didn't really push to be trusted. I wasn't like, oh, make me trusted, make me trusted. I was just like, I was just enjoying my time, because that's what I like to do on survival multiplayer. Because it's sort of a time to sort of almost play single player with other people, which is what I always thought survival multiplayer was for. Sort of enjoy yourself. I usually do what I do in single player, but I like having other people. You can sort of show off your creations. And you tend to actually build like bigger houses. Like that wooden house, I built a bigger wooden house on the survival multiplayer server because I could show it off and be like, ha. And that's part of the reason I did get trusted, because I built a giant mansion. So that's sort of just my, let me see if I can turn off fog. I'll also cut this off. Blah 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 blah. Where is that? Da 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 blah. So this is my single player world. It's relatively small. It's sort of still generating my house, but yeah. So this is my single player world, from my spawn to my wooden house all the way over there, and my boat. I don't think I have much else. Oh yeah, that's sort of the place connecting to the mainland, but there's not much. It's really all based around this coast. So I guess you could say I didn't do that much on my first world, but it took me a long time with all the work I put in, being a complete noob at Minecraft, having no idea what I was doing. Yeah, it's all sort of around this cove. It's pretty close, but with my normal fog, you can't see the house from my main base, and you can't see my main base from my house, which was sort of the point of it. So I hope you enjoyed. I really hope I get on the survival multiplayer server, because that would be awesome. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me sink down, because it seems like fly mod creates a lot of lag. So yeah, so there's cows. They always seem to hang out here. There's a black sheep. So, 1 second, let me add some fog, because I tend to lag with far fog, I don't know. So, say goodbye, guys, and I hope you enjoyed.